I swear to heaven itself.
Oh God! Welcome.
I didn't
to
think last week's
another...
could have got worse, and here we are.
Welcome to another live session at the Blunt Lab, where we like to be blunt while smoking a blunt, or joint, or a bowl, whatever it may be. I am joined by my brothers Rick, Matt, and Marcus. What's going on, fellas?
Chilling. Good to see y'all.
I wanted to yell out Shabba the whole time, but our mics were muted, so I couldn't. But I'm sure you guys enjoyed that musical piece. You know, Facebook keeps claiming that our videos are going to be monetized, so we might not be streaming on Facebook too much longer.
Oh God.
Yeah.
They want to get their money.
Yeah, they do.
They
So
say
you can
why?
I have no idea. The music's free. The music's free from YouTube and on YouTube. We never have a problem on YouTube. So
Is it
I
like
think honestly, Al, that and it's probably even the case with our original entrance song, is that it's sort of Facebook's way to like get out of a potential lawsuit. So they're telling us, hey, the song could be monetized. You know what I mean? That's what that shit's about. It's just like all the little fucking small print you see when a movie starts, or you know.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, let's get things popping, man. First things first. I mean, shit, Florida got some snow.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Pensacola looking beautiful.
Yeah. It's a shame that the snow didn't hit Orlando, but you know, when the snow hit Florida, a buddy of mine sent me a video of him making snow angels. If you can roll tape.
Oh, but he can do that anytime. Just go to the beach and do it in the sand.
That's right. We make sand angels around here.
That's better to me.
About to make me the snow angel. It's snowing out here, y'all.
Oh my God!
First ever handicapped person making snow angel.
You going down now?
You're fucking going to hell.
First class C.
Oh man.
Welcome to
I'm not.
What
I'm
the
not
fuck?
laughing.
What the
I'm
fuck
not,
did I just watch?
You're not
I'm
taking me
dead.
to hell. You're not taking me to hell with you.
I'm already going, so I'm alive. I can't.
No, man.
Oh, here we go already.
Q-Bird. What up?
That was just right.
Oh, that's Q.
Yeah, that's Q.
All right.
Q.
Well, welcome to the show, Q. I hope you enjoyed that snow angel.
What's up, brother?
Oh my God.
He was kind of silent during the football season.
God forgive me. God forgive me.
Hey, he can be
He
forgiven
might.
sins, man. Man, Q,
Yes,
you
we
was
are.
laughing too, though. So you right there with us.
It wasn't me, Q. Marcus secretly sent me that clip.
It was definitely not me.
Told me to play it.
I wish I would have.
I'm cool on that. I avoid that kind of stuff in my algorithm, bro. It's like, for one, it's like I don't want to be laughing and making jokes about stuff like that. That could be me any day. Like, I ain't gonna say it, but nah, man, no.
Hey,
For some reason,
I do not approve of that.
For some reason, it just keeps popping up on my feed. I have no idea why.
Both my leads.
Of course.
Well, you know, Q, I'm sorry to say the Saints were garbage, and you know, Q, you brought this losing on yourself for drafting.
Is he a Saints fan?
I told you guys to not. I told you not to draft McCaffrey, brother. I told you not to draft McCaffrey.
Is Q a Saints fan?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Q. I mean, as a Giants fan, I feel your pain. I mean,
who that?
No. You're not on the same pain level as him. His running back is not going to the Super Bowl on his birthday.
You know, Hugh mentioned
Marcus
that it would be Philly and Kansas City.
Yeah.
The only
he is a Phillies fan. Yeah.
The only correct prediction I made was that Kansas City would be there.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
They made it, despite everybody claiming that the refs cheat for Kansas City, blah 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 blah. You know, whatever. Go Chiefs. Repeat City.
I don't know. I thought the refs, they've been having rough seasons for years. Like, this isn't nothing new. I thought they let them play yesterday, though. Like, I feel like if they really wanted to, like, throw more flags, they really could have. They let them
No,
play.
watching last night, I didn't really feel like there. I mean, there might be a couple of like tush pushes that Josh might have got across, whatever. But for the big picture, compared to like what's been happening, I feel like they were very cognizant of don't make it clear that we're like trying to get Kansas City into the Super Bowl. I didn't see that last night. I saw a pretty fair ref game. They were kind of both ways.
And Josh Allen should not hang his head low. I mean, my man, played out his mind this year.
He's a beast, man.
Yeah,
well, he's Buffalo, and Buffalo needs to remember that this curse is because they literally passed on Patrick. So this is all their fault.
I mean, you know what, though? Like, I feel like McDermott got outcoached. Not to say that always is the case, but I don't know. At some point, it's really going to have to fall at him. Because Josh Allen, like, he's doing everything that he can do. Like, he doesn't really have a lot of weapons.
You're absolutely right, Marcus. And more to the point, I don't know exactly, or I'll probably wrong on the weeks, but 4 or 5 weeks ago, Buffalo beat the shit out of Kansas City. And the scheme that they played last night is not the same scheme that they played in that game. Now, I can understand.
Kansas City played a different game, too, last night, too.
Yeah,
and
Taylor Swift paid the bills.
And Kansas City was a little bit more healthy last night as well.
Yeah, but still, Buffalo did not play the same offensive scheme that they played when they beat them at the end of the season. Like when Buffalo beat Kansas City a few weeks back, like it was dominant. It wasn't like it was close. Like Buffalo beat the fuck out of them. And the gameplay that they were using, that strategy they were using, they didn't use that last night. They were playing a very conservative, run-focused game. That's like you were successful running 7 to 8 yard fucking passes all night long and beat the fuck out of them. And then last night they just run. Like what the fuck?
They play tight, man. Oh,
you know what, Q? I gotta say,
I think they're gonna give it to Pat.
I'm glad. Shit, I think Lamar should get it.
Yeah,
I think Lamar should get it.
I mean, Saquon's going to be Offensive Player of the Year. He's going to win that.
Saquon's going to win Offensive Player of the Year, not MVP.
I'm glad
he should probably get MVP.
I'm glad y'all brought him up.
Thank you, Hugh. Come on, Hugh. Saquon should get it. Thank you.
No, he should, but that's a quarterback. Saquon, we all know that.
And I'm glad y'all brought him up because what's the Giants general manager name?
I know.
Joe Schoen.
Okay, yeah, Schoen. So Saquon, if I'm not mistaken.
Come on, Hugh.
If I'm not mistaken, Saquon got 2,000 yards this year, right?
Yeah.
Almost 200 yards a game. 200 yards.
He got his yards and his touchdowns. They hooked him up. They let him get his bonus.
So to Schoen, I have to ask, was Daniel Jones really worth the money?
Fuck no. And listening to your guy and just throw this in there before you move on. If you watch the Hard Knocks from last year, it just so happened to be with the Giants at that time period. So we have all this like video evidence of how it all went down, right? That you normally don't see. You don't see this, right? And this shit happens all the time. But the fact that we have this video evidence that shows, like, even his fucking son said, you need to get Jaden Daniels. He fucking told him draft Jaden Daniels, and they didn't. And then dude walks in and he says, if Saquon goes to Philly, my stomach's gonna be upset. Like they come on.
I mean, to be fair, though,
I agree, Q. I totally agree.
To be fair, they tried to trade up with Washington. Washington was not trading that pick for Daniels. Like, they weren't going to do it. They tried to go up to 3 to get Drake May. Like, the teams that picked the quarterbacks, they weren't trading out of those spots to get their quarterbacks.
But here's my thing. Saquon showed you what he could do with an offensive line that can block.
It wasn't just the offensive line, though, Al. It was the calling scheme. Like, just the OC side of it. Like, whoever's calling the plays for Saquon says, oh, this is how we need to run him. And the Giants weren't doing that for 2 years leading up to it.
It also helps when your quarterback is a Daniel Jones.
That's what I'm saying. To be fair, 6 years in New York, a couple of them he was hurt, so you can't put that on him.
Yeah,
his rookie season might have been his best season. where Daniel Jones wasn't punch drunk at that point. But you got to look at Philly's team. Their offensive line is better, obviously, but they
Yes.
actually have the threat of, hey, if you load the box, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, like we've got weapons that can beat you other ways. New York never gave him that. Like he had the 1 year with OBJ, which was probably his best year in New York. Odell got hurt, and then like going into this year, if you would have had Neighbors and Barkley, I'm with you with the Daniel Jones thing. Obviously, that was a mistake, and like they let the analytics play too much into it, like who you value and whatever. But like, if you look at it from like, I don't know, if you look at it from the way he's viewing it, like running backs aren't valued the way that they should be. We all know that. Now,
but look at Saquon,
Barkley,
Eric Henry this year.
I hope this year changed it.
Yeah, what they bring to the table, like Christian McCaffrey should have changed it a couple years ago. Like what an elite running back can bring to you, and then the leadership, like everything, like the team fell apart this year. Saquon would not have let them fall apart. And to be fair, I talk to people about it all the time. They're like, "Oh man, he's so great." I get it. He's always been great. He was never going to do this with us. We did not have the infrastructure to make him great like this. Like we saw his peak with 1,400 yards. Like the 2000, he should have got the damn record against us.
He should have.
But I mean, shout out to Saquon, man. But the Giants lost him 2 years ago, not last year, when they signed Daniel Jones instead of him, and
when they gave Daniel the money.
Yeah. Like he was out after that, and it didn't make sense at the time. It don't make sense now. Like I don't know.
Look at what he did with the pieces that he did. The Giants have never done anything to add any piece to the offensive line, to the outside after letting go of OBJ. I mean, yeah, we got Neighbors.
That's the best thing they've done in years.
Who's going to throw him the ball? You signed Locke on purpose. I might add.
They could have got Darnold. Like they could have signed Sam Darnold.
I don't know, man, because Darnold kind of showed you he was Daniel Jones when
Kirk Cousins.
Fair, with the season that Sam Darnold had, if he was in New York still, well, if he was in New York with the Giants, we probably would have been a playoff team.
I mean, Sam Darnold was great though.
Yeah,
up until the postseason when his offensive line couldn't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The game was weird.
The Giants' offensive line is garbage. Sam Darnold would not have done well.
But you
in
know
New York.
what? Honestly, this year, especially this year, before Andrew Thomas got hurt, the line was actually good. That was Daniel Jones. Like he's fucking punch drunk. It's like he's seeing ghosts. He's not like he's not like giving his line a chance to block. Because it's like you see when he gets the ball, his feet are damn fast. He's moving around for no reason. Like, bro, move up in the pocket. You got tackles that can cover you now, you know? So, like, watching how he played, like, the line was fine. Like, it's not the best line. It's not the Detroit Lions or the Eagles, but it's not as bad as it's been.
The Dolphins.
Is done. Yeah.
I just want to say that I am a peaceful man.
Oh,
hell no, Q. We don't want that garbage ass motherfucker. Nobody want David.
Y'all hating on Derek Carr. His first 2 weeks this year were great.
His first 2 weeks. Get the fuck.
I mean, then he broke his fucking back. What you want him to do?
Like I'm saying this. I'm a peaceful human being, but Sean should get the beating that Rick James got from the Murphy boys. You know, just his legs. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I stomped my feet on this couch. You can afford it.
For the decisions he's made this year, he deserves to get his legs beat. Nothing else. Just his legs.
I mean, it's the jury's still out with his drafts, though. Neighbors looks like a good pick.
No, Neighbors is a good pick, but I mean, again, who's going to throw the ball? Who's going to throw him the ball?
Shit, I could.
Honestly, if you think about
Danny DeVito Jr.?
Yeah, right. I was just thinking the same shit. Tommy Cutlets.
And to be fair, if you think about what the Giants did, like drafting Neighbors is what you should have done. You go get your quarterback this year or next year. Like he's still young as hell. That's like you get the best player. Like Malik Neighbors was the best receiver in this draft. That was a smart decision. You gave Daniel Jones all that goddamn money. I assume that's who you thought it would be. I don't understand why. Because, like, if you franchise tagged him and signed Saquon, you probably still be in the 6th pick, and you'll get Neighbors, and then you'll know, hey, Daniel Jones ain't the guy. He's not it. So we got to go get Sam Darnold or Justin Fields or Russell Wilson or any of these other fucking quarterbacks that have been available. Think about it.
I can't even call him Daniel Jones anymore. At this point, it's Simple Jack.
Everybody that I just said would be better than Daniel Jones. Like everybody I just
You
listed.
can't go
Who's
full
getting,
retard.
who's getting
Al.
the first pick in the draft?
This year is Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah. They're gonna take Travis Hunter though. They're gonna take
So
Travis
how
Hunter.
far deep are the Giants?
Like fourth pick, right?
Do you think they
So
get Sanders?
there's no way in hell we're gonna get Shador or Cam.
You don't think so?
Oh no, we're gonna get Shador.
I think didn't Dion say he doesn't want Shador to go to New York?
Yeah, but also this may be some bullshit, but I saw Shador had a New York Giants player exclusive pair of cleats in his locker room.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Bro,
he
they
might
said
know
the
something
Giants,
we don't.
They want Shador.
They
Like,
need a quarterback.
Yeah, Tennessee's gonna take Travis Hunter. Like that's the right decision. And I'm assuming Cleveland's probably gonna take Cam Ward.
Yeah,
Or
I feel like the
they'll
Titans
get-
would take Cam too, Q.
Like the kid from Penn State that looks like Michael Parsons, like maybe him. But I feel like the Giants, if they're smart,
actually.
I'd mortgage a little bit. I'd try to get the 2. You're not getting the 1. Tennessee's not trading up. But you got to get the 2. Because
Tennessee's got number 1.
Yeah.
The Browns got number 2. The Giants got number 3. The Patriots 4.
Yeah.
And Jags, the Raiders, the Jets, the Panthers, the Saints, Bears.
So if the Giants have the 3rd pick, then
they need to get
we have a
Sanders.
shot at Cam or Shador.
They either get Cam or Sanders, yeah. So there's no reason they don't get a quarterback this year.
But
Been talked about quite a bit that New York wants Shador, and I think that's where this conversation with Dion has kept going. Also, Dion didn't take Jerry Jones's offer, and obviously, the Jerry Jones signed Schottenheimer. Like, how the fuck?
Wouldn't take his offer
I
either.
don't want to get into
Fuck
that
Jerry
because I
Jones.
don't start the time. But he did make an offer to Dion, but Dion was like, I like Boulder too much. Like, I think he wants some years there. If he intends to come to the NFL as a coach, I think he wants a little more like this is what I can do from my college.
And to your point.
Yeah, exactly. And he's making Colorado into a team though.
Yeah. Hey, to your point, if the Giants suck like they probably will next year, even drafting Shador, hey, the Giants' job will be available. I mean, coach the Giants. Because this is the year, like
I could see it happening.
They're saying that you guys need a tackle and a receiver more than a quarterback or a running back. That makes no sense.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I agree with the tackle, but we need a quarterback and a tackle.
Yeah, because Andrew Thomas has been hurt a lot, so they definitely need like a swing that can like step in case.
It's showing that your guys' top 4 is outside tackle, inside linebacker, wide receiver, edge, and cornerback. Like that's literally like what the experts say that the Giants should be going for.
Well, if Sean is listening, who's big boy that can block on the outside? That's what's his name again?
Evan Neal, outside guy.
Oh,
yeah. Evan Neal.
Evan Neal. Yeah. You need to play him at guard.
Yeah.
And get yourself some new tackles. Play Evan Neal. I don't care what Evan Neal has to say. I'm a tackler. Motherfucker, you can't block the outside.
No,
he's
the
not
tackles
fast
are cool.
That's the problem. He's big.
Yeah,
he's just not fast.
He's not quick enough. He's definitely not. I think the tackles are cool if they're healthy. Like Illuminor was a really good pick in the free agency. Andrew Thomas is one of the best when he's healthy. They definitely need interior linemen like yesterday, and maybe a new center because like Schmitz don't seem to like really be picking it up. But I would trade the 2 though. If I was the Giants, I would try to get to 2 to make sure that Vegas or somebody else doesn't jump over there, like jump above us to go get it.
Oh, you mean like Vegas taking Cleveland's pick kind of thing?
Yeah.
I was just about to say Cleveland pick's bad, so you don't really have anything to worry there.
I mean, regardless, there's 3 players off the top of my head I can think of that would be great at the Giants, and 2 of them are quarterbacks. So as long as they don't be complete fucking idiots, they will get a good quarterback.
As important as the quarterback position has always been, it's way more important now. Like we know that simply just based on the draft. For years and years and years, quarterbacks didn't get drafted in the first round.
And now to that note, let's get back to what matters the most. Which quarterback is going to knock it out the park in this Super Bowl.
I think Travis. Oh, in the Super Bowl. I thought you were going to talk about for the draft. I think so. Real quick before you move to that, I think Travis is better than Shador in the NFL, and I'll just put that out there. Now for the Super Bowl, Kansas City is going to beat Philly.
Yeah.
As far as what though? Let's
No,
look
they
at
go,
two.
yeah.
Let's look at
Patrick
2 years
Mahomes
ago.
I'm
But
not
let's-
taking anything from away from Jalen, but Pat, and I want to bring this up, and I know I brought this up in our chat, but there's certain stats that you look at, right? Like when we talk about like the Jordan LeBron thing, right? Yes, LeBron's got all these stats. That with these extra years, he's better than Jordan because of stats. But if there's certain stats that you look at that really stick out, right? When it comes to the GOAT conversation. And we've been having this GOAT conversation about like what's it going to take for Patrick to be better than Tom, right? Let's just keep it real. That's a conversation that
Beat
we
him
as
in the Super Bowl.
But yeah, but then again, even when that happened, we were at a point where Tom was established and Patrick wasn't there yet, right?
Why does that matter?
clear.
Why did he lose to Joe Burrow in the AFC Championship a couple years ago? What happened to that?
I'll give you that. But, again, I'm going to say this. As much as I'm not like a Kansas City fan or anything like that, Patrick hasn't had the weapons these other guys have had.
I'm sorry, that's horseshit. That's horseshit.
Nobody. No.
Travis Kelce is arguably the greatest tight end of all time. He's had him
and
his
he
whole
hasn't done
career.
But
shit
he's
all
one
year.
guy.
And he hasn't done shit all year. Like Kansas City is not winning because of Travis.
He had 7 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown the other day in the playoffs. What do you mean done nothing?
Okay.
Yeah, but he's done nothing all year long. Patrick Mahomes his team has been injured all year.
Yes.
He's been playing with backups all year.
Rice.
Keeping it real. It goes back to if you want to throw the refs in there, if you want to throw Andy Reid in there and his coaching, etc., and play calling, etc. Patrick Mahomes goes in there and wins games, and that like watching it last night, same shit. Buffalo should have beat their ass, but Patrick knew how to go in there, and
they really don't. They really don't. You.
And they don't have refs. Like, but
and you know what? Nobody runs a tush push better than Jason Kelce.
No, and they don't have Jason. Yeah, I was going to throw that in there.
But that's a big thing too. Like when they played each other in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, there was a bullshit call when the Eagles had them at a 4th and goal, where Buddy apparently grabbed Juju Smith-Schuster going to the end zone. With a minute 30 left.
No,
but they got a first down after that.
Yeah,
if you give Patrick Mahomes 4 downs and like 40 yards and a first, he's gonna fucking win.
That's right. What I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, Matt. Is that like look, I can't deny the fact that.
But that was a bullshit call.
Without weapons.
You're just a Kansas City hater. That's all.
No, Kansas City's fucking good. I give them their flowers. That's why I hate them.
That's what our thing with LeBron is.
I'm a Dolphin at heart, bro. I have to hate the Chiefs.
I don't hate LeBron for that reason. I mean, I don't hate the man. I just don't think he's the GOAT. Yeah, you can't make free.
He's not the GOAT. He's not the GOAT.
But
Mahomes isn't then.
Has Patrick done enough to pass Brady for GOAT yet? No,
not yet. Not yet.
But
he's on the road.
I will say this: Patrick has a better chance of becoming NFL GOAT than LeBron ever has of becoming NBA GOAT. Because
which is such horseshit.
Okay, Patrick is doing things that even Tom didn't do, and that's the point.
But as far as what, if you look at their age 30 stats, they're almost the same besides like one championship because Brady didn't make it.
And that's the point that I'm getting at.
But that's the thing.
By the time Patrick is done, he will have done more than Brady has done. Barring, and this is the stat that I'm getting at. Let's go back to when winning it matters, right? I just want to throw this out there real quick while we're on this topic. All right. So in the last how many ever years it's been since they've been tracking these metrics, all right? There's been 175 times that a team has had the opportunity in the fourth quarter to either tie the game or go ahead. In other words, clutch moment, right? The best of these guys are Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and
Eli Manning.
Eli, and no, not Eli, his brother Peyton. Okay, those three are the ones that have like the best stats when it comes to it. Brady has the best. He's at almost 60%. 5.5 out of 10 times that he's had the opportunity to tie or go ahead in the fourth quarter of the playoffs. Brady has the highest.
Don't forget Eli as well.
But even in his he's only done it like 2 times or 3 times or whatever. So going back to what the stat is talking about, the stat is like you've been given this many times to take the lead, make a tie, and go into overtime to win in the playoffs, right? That's what the stat is about. Tom Brady's done it 6 times out of 10. Your boy Eli's done it 3 times out of 10, right? Peyton's done it 4 times out of 10. Patrick Mahomes has done it 10 out of 10 times. Patrick Mahomes has been given 10 opportunities to tie or go ahead in the fourth quarter in the playoffs, and he's done it 10 out of 10 times. That is clutch play. That is, I don't give a fuck what I got around me. It's time to go fucking win.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Andy Reid have fucking done it. So
Hey,
for
guess
that,
what?
for that
Guess
one
what?
stat
One of
alone,
Brady's
it
chances was against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and they
That's
won
correct.
and went to overtime and won the fucking Super Bowl.
He did, and that's why I say I don't take nothing away from Tom, and I'm not giving the GOAT to Patrick yet. But
because he's
when
not done yet. He's not done yet.
He's not done, and that's the point that I'm getting at. Like I can see Patrick taking the GOAT award. LeBron, it's too late. So that's kind of the difference. You see what I'm saying? Like you get what I'm getting at? Like stats aside, even championships aside, rings aside, Patrick has proved that when it's time to go in there and win, whatever it takes, he fucking does it. Whether it's flopping out the fucking because LeBron flops all the time, but he don't do it to win, right? He does it to make him look better. Patrick does it to win the fucking game. So there's like a different level of respect with it. And I think Patrick, if anybody that we've ever seen before can be anywhere in the greatness level of Tom Brady, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Micah, just edit some glaze running down Rick's screen right now, please.
That's so funny.
I mean, the difference with the two is like, well, Brady got 7 rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say about 5 of them, he was like the engine behind it. Those
Well,
first couple,
he has 5 Super Bowl MVPs.
he was just there. Those first couple, he was just there to not lose it. Patrick
Correct.
Mahomes has been that dude ever since he stepped on that field. Like, oh, you're gonna win this game. That's the main difference with him. Like, he didn't have to develop into that. Like, he was there.
Yes.
You know. Now
Well,
I'll
I mean,
say like
Brady
Tom's
was the last
still
pick of the
GOAT.
draft.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I'll say that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Patrick's on track to, if he continues at this pace, like I would assume that he's going to be. I mean, I don't even know if the number, if he gets to 7, if he gets to 6, but he's got a 3-peat.
Yeah.
And like 6
But
Super Bowl MVPs.
He would have 7 and Brady would have 6 had he beat Tom Brady.
That's fair.
That's always gonna linger. That's my biggest thing between the LeBron and MJ go.
It's so funny because
the Bron and MJ debate.
He's taking the Michael side of the debate. That's what the funny part is. Like literally, what you're debating for that side for Brady is kind of like the whole Michael thing. Like,
so that's my whole point. Like, if you guys are gonna hold MJ's greatness in the finals, winning it, his more amount of rings, then you can't say that Mahomes is the GOAT because he is on the MJ side.
It's the how.
But it is though.
It's
Brady's what, 7-2, 7-3.
It's the peak though. It's the peak.
Like, yeah, Brady's not 100% like Michael. It's true.
But Mahomes isn't either. Mahomes' only loss in the Super Bowl is to who I'm calling the GOAT.
No, he's the GOAT. Brady is the GOAT.
Brady's still the GOAT.
I feel like he's
for now.
Not going to be for the
not for much longer.
Mahomes could have 7 rings, and that one fucking L is going to be to Tom Brady.
But Matt,
I don't think so.
What if Pat gets like 10 rings? Like,
well, that's another story. Obviously, if any player in the NFL has 10 rings, he's the fucking GOAT. We can't.
And you look at it. Look how the Chiefs operate. Look how they operate.
But then now we're taking it back to Bill Russell. But he's got 11.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like,
yeah, that's true.
Well, let's get back to the game though. Let's get
be
fair.
Let's
get back to the game. Who y'all think taking the game? Now I will say this. This is gonna hurt Hugh's feelings, and I'm sorry. But I did get word that Saquon's ankle might be hurt.
Yeah,
But-
Patrick Mahomes might be hurt too.
But
You watch your mouth, fella.
y'all both smoking dope.
How dare you? Patrick Mahomes is
Hey,
a biracial angel.
He was out
okay?
the last season of the last game of the season for that ankle injury.
that's the
right?
thing, man. With
I'll
this
call him the
Super Bowl,
biracial angel.
like this is different than a couple years ago because the Saquon Barkley factor makes
That's what
everything different. But,
And don't say that.
but that's the
in
thing.
Philly's
I
like,
got nothing but love for you, bro. I'm just saying what I heard, brother. I'm just saying what I heard. I don't want that to happen.
If the
Saquon's my
Chiefs
dog.
don't
That's
stop
my
that
dog.
run game, the Eagles will win.
yeah,
But the Eagles have the better defense too. So like, look, like as a Miami Dolphin fan,
Look.
it really hurts me to say this, and I seen a meme that backs this up. But they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad that we fired Vic Virgino. Wonder what he's doing this weekend." Oh, that's right. He's winning the goddamn NFC championship with the #1 defense in the league. Got 3 players up for DPOY. Like the Philly defense is going to give Kansas City work. Like I don't expect this to be a high-scoring game at all. I think this Super Bowl will be rather boring in the terms of what the people that watch the Super Bowl, who only watch the Super Bowl, are going to look for it for. They want high scoring.
I see the Chiefs winning by 3 points.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be like that.
I see Saquon having a monster game. It's going to
Did you
take
see-
Jones.
No,
I don't know that Jones has enough help to stop Saquon.
I think
So-
they will.
I mean, not
Nobody
stop,
does.
not
Jalen Hurts
stop,
is gonna
not
have a
stop.
monster game.
Who?
But
Because
they're going to close
Jalen
down the
Hurts.
secondary.
I think Jalen Hurts might have a monster game. Like Washington had one job. You can't let Saquon do that. In the first play of the game, he showed, oh, y'all can't stop it. Like I think Steve Spagnuolo, like the Chiefs defensive coordinator, like I feel like he's gonna have something for their running attack. Jalen Hurts might ball out.
You mean
No,
like they're
little
going to
bro,
like
I gotta
double
say,
and triple team and scout out Saquon and Jalen's going to ball out kind of thing?
I don't think Jalen's going to ball out at all.
I'm selling
Jalen's
out.
going to throw 2 interceptions.
Saquon's not going to be the reason that they win. Like that would be my mindset. Like, oh, if they beat us, it's going to be Jalen Hurts throwing that shit. Because I'm not going to let.
We saw it
He's got
2 years
weapons.
ago.
I love
Hurts
your love. I love your love for your team. I certainly.
Jalen Hurts had
'cause you know
3
what?
touchdowns last Super Bowl,
Hey, look,
and
he's
their
gonna
defense.
have 3 interceptions.
The defense
Philly
lost
is-
them that game. So if he
Yeah.
does or has somewhat of a good game, Saquon does Saquon Barkley things, and they play defense, they
Right.
will win the Super Bowl.
No, to Matt's point, 100%. 2 years ago, they didn't have this defense and they didn't have Saquon. Like this is going to be a different game.
If Saquon makes it to the second level, Kansas City has nobody to stop.
And that's
That's
been
what
my
I'm
thing.
getting
If Jones can't get his hands on him or Bolton, Kansas City has nobody else that
So I
can bring
gotta
that man
factor
down.
in,
They have
man.
to stop
Like,
that man in the backfield, or they will lose.
This is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. This is what Kansas City does, though. Like on paper, yeah, Philly should win. Like they should have won the first time they played. They should have
Here's
lost to
what's gonna
San Francisco both those Super Bowls. Like Patrick Mahomes turned into a completely different thing when he's
He
playing.
knows
Yeah.
how to win. He knows
we've
how to win
never-
big games.
We've never seen Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl against a team at the caliber that the Eagles have been this year.
I think,
No,
last year
we
I
have,
think the
and it
49ers
was-
were.
And it was the motherfucking Patriots, and they won. So that's not true.
But that's all I mean. Take away that Patriots, the rings that Mahomes and the Chiefs have, they kind of were taking belt to ass on those teams because those teams, like, arguably probably shouldn't have been against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
I mean, the
The Eagles are the
49ers
best
last year,
matchup for them, but the 49ers were kind of
100%.
like a fluke. They really shouldn't
their
have been there.
offense was ass, but that defense, like they kind of have what Philly's got. They got guys that can cover. They got big, strong tackles and pass rushers. Like I watched Jaden Daniels carve that defense up a couple weeks ago. I mean, not yesterday, obviously, but Jaden Daniels a rookie with scary Terry McLaurin, and they went berserk on them. Philly's
Josh
defense
Allen
is
and the
like
Bills,
any other.
too.
Yeah, Philly's defense can be had. Like any defense in the NFL can be had. I'm just gonna factor in. I think that like the Super Bowl, the nerves of it, like they play
Kansas City has Hollywood Brown healthy.
Yeah,
Xavier Worthy is starting to play well.
That boy was balling.
Travis Kelce is doing his thing.
No, he's not. This motherfucker cost me a goddamn $380 last night. Fucking faggot fuck.
They still got D-Hop. Kareem
And
Hunt,
yeah, you know,
All right,
exactly.
now I forgot D Hop was
Samaje
there.
P. Ryan.
Let's be real. We all forgot D Hop was there.
You
And
right.
That's
look,
Al.
he
That's
made that.
Al's team, and he forgot D Hop was there. Let's be
He had
fucking real.
3
If
big grabs last night. Like D Hop got 2 first downs and another good catch. That's all it takes. Those 3 catches.
He should
bro.
have 2 touchdowns. It's DeAndre Hopkins we're talking
there
about.
is one Chief player that I have a problem with, that is Kareem Hunt,
What?
but that man's a woman beater, dude.
Hey, I was gonna say he'd
Oh,
be
okay.
beating
Well,
the
that's
shit out
I
of them
thought you-
defenses, and we ain't talking about NFL.
You know
That's
who's going to
different
be the X
conversation.
Factor? Juju Smith, man. Juju Smith-Schuster is going to. I don't know why. It's
But
like
he's gonna
games
put
like
his little
this where
skirt
he's gonna
on.
turn
He's
up.
gonna prance around in
Oh
his little
god.
thong and
Yeah,
skirt.
he do be wilding.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know,
And he's gonna-
LeBron had that same skirt on, but I'm
He
going to
did.
say that
He did.
Hey, who
That's
got
your
more
goat.
rings?
Hollywood
more
Brown's
rings
going to
now.
have a big game.
Yeah.
Travis is going to have a big game,
Xavier Worthy too.
And
Xavier
I
Worthy's
think-
gonna have some.
and I think the woman beater is going to have a big game.
But that's the
those
crazy
guys are going to
part.
have big games.
Yo,
With
Worthy
you
was
being
looking like
said-
Tyreek last night, bro. Worthy was looking like Tyreek last night.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
You have all these
Mhm.
guys who have to have a big game for the Chiefs to win. If Saquon has a big game, the Eagles win.
I
don't
mean,
mean
One
shit.
guy versus like 4 or 5 on the
Listen,
Chiefs. Like they
man,
all have to snap.
man, I'm with you. But that Rams game, if the Rams don't turn the ball over 2,000 times, they win that game.
But I
They
mean,
turn the
that's
ball
all
over
what ifs.
every
That's
play.
all what ifs. Like I mean,
4
the
fucking
snow.
picks.
They're gonna be
think of
playing in the damn
think of the
dome.
Eagles' offense, and then think of their defense. The Eagles have the team to beat the Chiefs. Whether they're going to execute or not is the question. But if there was a team in the NFL to stop the Chiefs this year, it is the Eagles.
So I mean,
Yeah.
let's wrap it up. Go around the room. Matt, we'll start with you. Who you got winning the Super Bowl?
I say the Eagles win by 13.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Well,
Blowout.
if you put money on that, you're gonna win big money.
Yeah, buddy. What about
Hey,
you, Marcus?
That's good money right there.
I got Kansas City 27-24.
What about you, Rick?
I think Kansas City's gonna cover the spread and win by 3.5.
And Hugh and Q. I know Hugh has the birds. You know, I don't even have to ask.
I
you.
would
What
rather
about you?
Philly win. I would rather watch Philly win simply because like look, let's face it, the NFL is becoming the WWE, right? So we're in a sports entertainment kind of community, and that's why we're seeing the teams, progress that we do. That said, it would be nice to kind of watch Kansas City, who has become the heel, lose.
Hey,
Hey,
you let me know what you let me know who you're gonna think is who you think is gonna win. Q. I know Hugh thinks the Eagles are gonna win. What's up, little bro?
before we move on, there's one thing I do want to say.
Mhm.
Every Super Bowl that the Chiefs have played in this era, like they've been kind of the underdog. Like the 49ers, both
Every
times
year.
were expected to win.
Man, but
That
we all
Philly
know that's some bullshit for that's
saying,
all
but that
that's all
Philly
some bullshit
team,
for Vegas.
outside of not
We're gonna
having
call them the
Saquon,
underdogs so that when they win, everybody makes money.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I watched the video today. Marcus, I watched the video today where dude was like,
This ain't a game.
this ain't a game. No, dude was saying like, hey, listen, since everybody in the country, except for the few Kansas City fans that there are, were to vote for Kansas City to win, it would break Vegas to the point that Vegas would make Kansas City lose. Like the key to making Kansas City lose is all of us gotta bet on Kansas City to win.
Well, look,
I just hope it's entertaining.
I think Kansas City's going to win by 3. I don't know what the score is going to be, but I think it's going to be by 3. I think Patrick Mahomes will be the MVP of the Super Bowl and win the
Same.
game.
I think they'll cover the spread for sure.
Hey, I just cut mine off.
Hey, I appreciate
mine
that.
off. I just cut mine.
We appreciate that, my brother. We appreciate
I
that,
do
my
want to
brother.
point out real quick though, I am not a hater. The Chiefs are very fucking good. They deserve to be here. Patrick Mahomes is one of the GOATs.
Look,
I just don't want to see them win anymore. I'm tired of it. That's
Look,
it. That's it. I'm not a hater.
I think that's your Braun scenario. Get
out the way. Get out the
He's
way.
like, fuck you, motherfucker. This is
How
my
many
game,
times?
bitch.
How many times did Josh Allen do that this year? How many times did he do that?
Every single game except for
Hey, yeah,
last
watch
night
that
when I
fucking
needed
throw.
him to.
Look,
Like,
Matt,
But he can
that
throw
motherfucker
100
cost
yards,
me a
but he can't
parlay,
spike a
too.
ball.
Patrick
Matt.
turned into Lamar. He turned into Lamar Mahomes, man. Like,
Matt, let me just
Patrick
say
used his
this.
legs.
It's better when a biracial angel does it. That's
Oh,
all I got to
shit.
say about that.
Hey, I got
That's
one
all
little
I got to say.
sweetheart in the other
I ain't
room.
heard
Don't
that.
I was
worry.
about to say, he got my biracial
Biracial.
grandbaby. She's
Heard
a
that.
beautiful baby.
I do not. I am not a hater. I don't want to come off across. I'm
You know
tired
what?
of seeing them be so good, man.
I
It
don't believe you light skinned niggas, man. I don't believe you.
I just want to see
You're a light
somebody
skinned
else
nigga
win.
who's a liar.
Bro, but how awesome would it be? Think of this. Saquon leaves the Giants after talking all this shit, goes and has a career year, and then wins a ring. Come
Oh
on.
Yes.
no, no.
Hey,
Matt,
Hugh,
if that
I
happens,
say this with
I
love.
want that
Okay,
storyline.
Hugh, I say this with love. All right, Saquon's gonna accidentally hurt his ankle.
Oh my God,
Matt, if what you said comes true, the Giants need to fire the GM that night.
Yeah,
You know what
that
I
night.
mean?
They
Like,
need to fire him right there.
The entire fucking New York Giants office should be cleaned out if Saquon wins a ring.
that's what I mean.
And he's
Like,
the MVP. Oh no.
Yeah,
We
and
got.
he's
I don't
not-
like what you guys are saying. I don't like what
He's
you guys
and
are saying.
definitely
also,
offensive player of the year. Will they give him MVP? Probably not, even though he probably deserves it. He was definitely offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I might
2,000
not-
yards, bro.
Oh,
2,000
no,
yards.
man.
In a
Jamar
league
which he
Chase
would
that
have
does
broke the
not
record had he played.
favor the running back. It does not favor the running back anymore. That's to the point of why the Giants didn't give Saquon his money. Oh, go find out if you're worth $20 million. Bitch, I would leave too.
And
You
now,
know what I
real
mean?
quick,
Like, fuck
same
out of here.
same with Derrick Henry. I mean, we've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
Derek
also
was
though,
okay with leaving Tennessee. He knew
And-
Derek knew he was at he's a second and third option now. He accepted that, owned that, and went to Baltimore, a fucking contender, instead of staying in Tennessee, where Tennessee needs a number one option, and he's not that anymore.
second and third option, and still quietly put up 1,800 yards. So.
Exactly.
McCaffrey would have been relevant had Q, just left him alone.
No,
Had
he's not.
the Panthers not beat him into the ground for 8 seasons,
No.
maybe.
McCaffrey. Mark my words. If you want some predictions, McCaffrey's done. So both his knees are toast. Okay, like McCaffrey will never be what he was, and it goes back to the original point of white boys can't be running backs in the NFL.
Shit, sign me a contract.
That
New
is
York.
Rick at AOL.com.
Hey,
AOL.com.
New York, you got one.
Well, those are our picks for the Super Bowl. Moving on now, before we get to the Blake Lively thing, I wanted to ask you guys' opinion, and for those listening, feel free to chime in on this as well. What were your thoughts on the Elon Musk thing at the inauguration?
Oh
my fuck! I tried so hard. I've tried so hard to stick up for this man for years, and it probably was not a Hitler Nazi regime gesture. But come on, man.
Bro, his Asperger's probably fucking kicked in, and he was trying to say, everybody, my heart goes out to you, and is just as smart as he is a fucking retard, and decided to do some dumb shit.
Fucking retarded. Like,
yes, the video.
Like, come on. Like, what are you doing?
Man? I spent years defending your ass, and this is what you do to repay me? Like, you fucking fuck.
I think his Asperger's kicked in and he didn't realize what the fuck he was doing. That's
So he just went full simple jack.
But he did it twice.
Jack.
I mean, we're all fucking human, bro. We're all retards. At sometimes he just picked the wrong fucking time to be one.
Like he did it, and then he did it. Like he turned around and did it again, didn't he?
Oh, yes. I didn't see it. If he did it again, oh my god, I didn't see that.
He had to get his homies in the back.
I didn't see that.
So
oh
you guys
had to holler at the niggas in the back. All right,
you guys haven't watched it live. You've only watched the video replays, right?
I just saw the clip. Yeah.
Yeah, just the clip.
Right. So he finished his whole "thank you for making this happen" speech, slapped his chest, threw the Heil Hitler shit that we're referring to. Then he turned around, and what was on the screen behind him was the Israeli flag. It had literally the Star of David up there, and he did this shit again. So I was like, the fuck? Like, look, watch. And then like he turns around, looks up at the flag, and does it at the flag.
It goes out to you.
See, like
No. To his defense, I'm gonna give him a little bit of defense because again, like I said initially, he should have never done that. Like, period. But like he said, my heart goes out to. He was like doing like a heart salute. Okay. But you should be smart enough to know that this is going to offend some
He
people.
could have done like this. Or like, like
I'm just gonna say this.
He was sending his heart out. He was sending his heart
Nah,
out.
bro.
I believe him.
Bro.
I believe him. But at the same time, like, you have to think about shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to think about your actions and the ripple effect. Just like we say all the time about, like, who was it? Who was the basketball guy that said, I'm not an icon? Or no, he said, who was it that said,
Look,
who was it
I'm
that
gonna
said,
say this,
I am not a role model? Who was it that said that?
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley, right? It was Charles Barkley, right? Trying to say, like, look, when I do my shit, I'm a fucking human. I'm not a role model, right? Sometimes you have to be the big boy and accept the fact that people still consider you in a position of influence, right? And that was kind of like the Charles Barkley thing with Elon that night. Like, your intent is irrelevant because the message you put out was like, oh my God.
So Mr. Elon Musk, please, I just want to tell you that the Jew in me was offended.
It was the Jew in you? Okay.
Feel free to hit me. Feel free to hit me up.
But
a financial donation.
Has he apologized? Has he apologized? Because Kyrie got in trouble when he tweeted a quote or a movie, and like Kanye got in trouble and Jay-Z got in trouble. Like all these other people have gotten in trouble for just speaking.
Of course, come on, bro. Of course he ain't getting.
I'm saying, but they weren't hailing Hitler. Like, okay.
How did they get in trouble?
Because they said blacks were the first Jews, so the Jewish people got mad at them.
Kyrie got all kind of backlash.
Kyrie was suspended for like 30 games, lost his Nike deal, lost a bunch of NIL deals.
But in trouble.
Kanye got banned from all his shit, lost his Adidas deal. I don't know about the Jay-Z shit because I don't fuck with Jay-Z like that. But Kanye and Kyrie definitely were in trouble. They lost a lot of shit over that.
Nick Cannon lost some shit and had to publicly apologize. He was kicked off of different shows and shit. Like, I'm saying,
you can't be black and have money, Marcus. You should know this by now.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of money,
that's
shit
fair.
Obama do.
What are y'all hearing about this Blake Lively and I forget the fella's name?
What do you want to know?
Baldoni. Justin Baldoni.
So I'm hearing she's claiming that he was inappropriate in certain scenes and said certain things, and now my man is showing that all she's saying is bullshit.
So Justin Baldini is his name. Okay, he was not only an actor in the movie. It Ends With Us is the name of the movie, by the way. He was not only an actor in the movie; he's actually the director as well. Okay, so I've done a little bit of digging into this, and long story short, Blake is claiming that Justin made sexual advances and the stuff that at work we would consider a sexual harassment towards her during the filming of this, and that escalated to Ryan doing some shit too. Kind of like getting in his messaging or his DMs or however you want to word that, basically sending him some not quite threatening, but basically like muscle, putting muscle to it, like any of us would kind of do to defend our woman type shit. But it's turned into a full-on lawsuit by Blake, which is not even scheduled to the beginning of 26. That came out today, actually. They got that scheduled. So it'll be the beginning of next year before we even start a trial on this, assuming it gets to that. Honestly, it looks kind of funny because the things that have been coming out the last week and a half, it's kind of like showing this narrative that he didn't do shit. That they may have gotten a little over the line flirtatious-wise, and that Ryan actually got clued into it by somebody on set. And so and we see this all the time, men and women do it, where they sort of start to get caught in some shit. So they'll sort of create a storyline. You know what I mean? Like girls do it all the time. You know, a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old fuck, and the 17-year-old girl gets in trouble. So her parents, push statutory rape on the 19-year-old boy, when clearly the 19 and the 17-year-old were just doing how life do, right? There's no reason for that 19-year-old boy to get in trouble, but the girl didn't want to get in trouble with her parents. That's kind of what it's looking like with this Blake Lively situation, where
So what I've heard,
yeah.
So what I've heard is like Blake Lively and you said Baldoni is his name?
It's Justin Baldoni. Yeah.
Yes.
Justin
Blake
Malone.
and Justin, there was a chemistry on set between the two.
Exactly.
And word on the street is Ryan is a jealous motherfucker.
Right.
So he's basically injected himself into this, changing the script, some of the scenes, blah, blah, blah. Now, the author of the book, apparently Baldoni is the one who put this book on the map. But
he's the director. He's directing and he wrote the screenplay, or was a writer of the screenplay.
But the author is taking sides with Blake and Ryan, I guess, for money purposes and
influence.
So, again, this is just word on the street. But I've always heard Blake is a bitch, which is sad because I've always been a fan. And then, hearing this, she's making these accusations. Now my man is actually showing proof that she's a liar.
He's on the timeout shit. That's what I'm saying. It's starting to look like it was her trying to cover up her actions with Ryan. Like, just like the 17-year-old girl telling her parents, "Oh, he raped me."
Hey, Ryan shouldn't be jealous. Like, hey, dog, we've all seen Deadpool. We've all seen those scenes. Like, what are you jealous, homie?
Because,
I'm there too, but I'm not jealous.
Whoa, slow down. That's not the same thing. No, Ryan has a jealousy complex for a reason.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's not about the size. It's about like that mentality of like, you can't look better than me right now.
But man, dude, it's a damn shame, dude.
Well, all I've heard about that is people trying to say she's parting on during shoot and shit.
Yeah, word on the street is Ryan is a douche. I forget what's the comedian that's in the movie with him in Deadpool? Because he did an interview with the Monsters.
TJ Miller. So TJ Miller's like, I can never work with this fucking guy again. He was the guy that was like the bartender in the first two, and he was also like the guy in fucking Avengers. He was TJ
He did an interview with the Monsters, and he was like, Ryan. In not so many words, he was like, Ryan's a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, he's a douchebag. Yeah, like he's one of those guys who's let this go to his head, and Blake is in that same boat. Because I'm not saying she's, she's not, I just don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. It's gone to her head. She's not everything that.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's not that great of an actress.
Exactly.
I don't know, but she can fart on me.
I was trying not to hate too much on her. Like she
fart
has
on me, all she what?
She's not that great of an actress. Yeah, she's pretty, but she's not no supermodel. Like, you know what I mean?
I used to
love. That don't gotta be. I ain't one either.
Right.
I second that, Hugh. I second that.
The last one of y'all will agree.
But when you hear something that pretty is a bitch,
yeah, you're instantly from like a 9 to a 6, just off that.
Well, I mean, Ryan is the same way too. Like, you're
a pretty motherfucker, dude. Like, and hey,
yeah, what are you?
You're a good actor. You're funny, but
great actor,
dog, you're not Denzel.
He's the
you don't got to be an asshole.
He's the same guy in every movie, and everybody talks about this all the time. Like, you take your method actors out of the picture, right? People that like get into this role of somebody different, but in his scenario, he's one of those ones that falls into he's pretty much playing himself. Even if in some of those times it's a little exaggerated, that douchebag that you see in those movies That's him. And I almost wish Sean was on here because, I've picked on Sean for years because that's like, his fucking, he's got a boy crush on Ryan Reynolds.
Well, man, he's a pretty motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
What hole did we just dig and jump in?
Yeah. So he's just so like he just comes across as very like arrogant and conceited and like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's not that I don't like him. It's just I can tell that if I knew him in real life, I probably wouldn't like him.
And I hate that because on screen he's a great dude. He comes
That's
off
what I
as
mean.
like a really funny, cool guy, and then you hear about stories of on stage and off of it and how they're just complete assholes.
Dude,
it's like, bro, for what? What do you got to be mean
Scarlett
for?
Johansson mentioned how jealous of a motherfucker he was too. So like, this is not new with Ryan Reynolds.
It's not new. It's not new.
I'll drink her bath water.
Like, you know who's come up on my radar lately here is Sydney. Oh my God, this chick. What the
don't
fuck?
Even don't even start.
What did they feed her? Oh my God.
Oh my. So are they televising the trial?
Yeah, it's gonna be televised. It starts in like February 26th.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I like that shit.
Like there's talk about her and Anna Kendrick couldn't stand each other on set. I forget what movie that was, but they couldn't stand each other on set.
Ben Affleck said on the set of Town, like he was like, I can't even be in the same room with this bitch. I don't even understand how the fuck she has a job in Hollywood. Like,
he's the same. He's one and the same.
I mean, maybe. I'm not saying Ben isn't arrogant or Hollywood hasn't gone to his head, but for that motherfucker to come out and say that about her, like that's
Of course he's gonna say he's the same as her.
Word on the street about Ben is his mouth smelled like a sack full of assholes.
I've heard that too. Smoking them booty holes and fucking going crazy. I mean,
the last ass she was publicly eaten was Jennifer Lopez, so she's got that bitch insured for like 3 months.
Do you blame him?
Oh no, I would eat Jennifer Lopez's ass if she begged me to.
Oh God. That is Rick and Matt at AOL.com. Rick and Matt at AOL.com. Look,
get divorced.
So we got Kansas City winning the Super Bowl.
Philly will win. Philly will win.
Hey Hugh, if you're still listening, don't forget to hit us up so we can get that swag out to you, brother. We want to get that t-shirt to you. But for those of you listening, we want to thank you for listening. We had a new subscriber today. I don't know if they were listening tonight, but thank you for subscribing.
Shout out.
Yeah. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, participate. Same way Hugh and Q are doing today. We certainly appreciate it.
And we're all organic. I'll be sure they, we cut out the fact that we don't do all this fake ass shit, trying to get fake people and subscribers. It's all organic.
Yeah. I mean, essentially you're getting to spend family time with us. So, we appreciate you guys chilling with us. We appreciate you guys chiming in. So, signing off. I am Al, joined by my brothers Marcus, Rick, and Matt. Peace.